all of them. And this is why I think we're going to see insane price action happen in 2025 and why we're probably going to see a super cycle. However, I'm an idiot on the internet and just an entertainer, so what do I know? A lot of stuff, actually. I've been in the game for a while. And honestly, yesterday was a massive day for crypto. Massive day for crypto. Trump promised to free Ross on day one, and he did that. He did that. Everything else he promised about creating a crypto task force, about allowing for innovation, halting some of the lawsuits, creating a Bitcoin strategic reserve. We have Dennis Porter and Cynthia Lummis currently working to create a Bitcoin strategic reserve, federally and statewise. Hester Peirce is leading the crypto task force, who is from the SEC, pro-crypto. Mark Ueda is currently SEC chair until Paul Atkins, I believe, gets there. I believe the court cases will also come to an end very soon. The ones against Ripple, the ones against Coinbase, Kraken, all the ridiculous ones. So let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to the channel members. If you want to be a channel member, it's like $3 or $4. It supports me, supports Low, and you get special shout outs. Good morning to Mr. R, to Six Figs, John Germain, and gorgeous Alexandra. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of the top crypto news. Today's going to be a shorter stream because we got to go. Me and the baby, we got to go to, we're doing the fun fair today with family. So let's first talk about, just so you guys know, I sat down on Roundtable with Perry Ann Boring, the CEO of the Digital Chamber, and I basically emphasized retail, rights for retail. Okay, so I will always keep advocating for you, so please know that. But first and foremost, Ross was free. Ross was just granted a full and unconditional pardon by Trump. Words cannot express how grateful we are. Ross is free. If you don't know who Ross is, he basically created software or code known as the Silk Road. It was a marketplace that people were able to do, basically operate in this decentralized economy. He created the software and he got in trouble for it. He was given 2 life sentences, I believe. And then some of the court documents are actually very, very disturbing. I'm not going to read them here, considering what was said, but Ross is free. This man is an OG Bitcoiner, and his mom is a wonderful woman. I've had the pleasure of meeting her, his sister and some of his family, absolutely amazing people. So it makes me happy that he's free. He deserves to be free. And hopefully this will stop all the unjust court cases that we're seeing happen. The ones against Tornado Cash, the ones against Samurai Wallet for those services they provide. Just because you create something and someone decides to do something bad with it doesn't mean you should be in trouble. We have lots of different examples with that. So we are actually seeing change happening to the legal system when it comes to crypto. And this is a good thing. This is positive. We love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Now, this is the first image of Ross leaving prison as a free man. And of course, he's got his little plant. And if you've read some of the posts from Free Ross, you will see how he talked about the plant, how important it was for him. But he's free now. And this is a beautiful thing. Things are going to get a little hectic for him. I hope that he speaks at Bitcoin Las Vegas 2025, and I hope to attend. But I'm very happy to see this. And this is another reason why, you guys, I talk about people that have been in trouble with the legal system. You know, I joke around a lot and say I love felons. But this is why I talk about people can change. People can be rehabilitated. People can, as they get older, they're able to change and make better life decisions. And I'm not necessarily saying this has to do with Ross, but in general, you know, he was in prison. And I do think that people are able to turn their lives around. When we're young, we make dumb choices. And again, I'm not condoning bad behavior on any level. I'm not saying he did anything. I'm just simply saying we need to take a step back, and we really need to give people the benefit of the doubt. And if they're putting in the work and they've changed, great. Make sure you guys smash a like and subscribe. Next story. This is from from Trump. I just called the mother of Ross William Albright to let her know that in honor of her and the libertarian movement, which supported me so strongly, it was my pleasure to have just signed a full and unconditional pardon of her son, Ross. The scum that worked to convict him were some of the lunatics who were involved in the modern day W word of government against me. He was given 2 full life sentences plus 40 years. Ridiculous. Congratulations to Trump for doing the right thing and staying true to his promise. He has officially delivered on all his promises, and I posted a TikTok for you guys as a brief summary. Now, Mr. Dennis Porter, friend of mine, I have heard there will be more executive orders today for Bitcoin and crypto. The world is changing rapidly. Bitcoin is winning. This was posted today at 9:31 a.m. So we will see what else we have in store, and I will be updating you guys as soon as I can, as fast as I can. This is coming from Dennis Porter himself. And if we take a look at Dennis Porter's profile over here, all the great things that he's talked about. In case you missed it, this week, Utah became the 11th state to introduce a strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation. We're not finished. He is leading the charge. And he's also met with lawmakers to discuss a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the Fed. And I definitely think that we will see a lot more of this. And I am just absolutely over the effing moon. If you don't think this is bullish, if you don't think that things are going to get better in crypto, and things are going to absolutely skyrocket for fundamentals, for mass adoption, price-wise, and all of this, I don't know what to tell you. And really quickly, just a side note on Ross, for those of you who are not aware with the history, and then we'll get into his wallets because that's another hot topic. Ross operated Silk Road from 2011 to 2013, was convicted in 2025, and sentenced to 2 life terms plus 40 years without parole. And that's basically what happened. I'm not going to talk about the D word. I'm not going to talk about all the other stuff, but just, man, this is wonderful to see. And this also sets positive precedent for other people as well. Because if you create code and somebody does something negative with it, the developer gets in trouble. That's why a lot of people left America and went to Dubai and other countries that didn't have these absurd laws. Okay. And this is why it's so important to keep things going in a positive manner. So we will allow for innovation to come back to America, and things are just going to get beautiful. Shout out to Sparkwater and Mr. R. Thank you guys so much. Make sure you smash a like, share this, drop a comment. Now let's go ahead and cover price action. Then we'll go ahead and talk about Ross's wallets, because that seems to be a hot topic. Did he touch the wallets? What's going on? Taking a look at the current crypto cap. Ray is up. Hype is up. Pengu. Shout out to Pudgy Penguins. Jupe is down, Bonk is down, Curve is down. Taking a look at the weekly, we look a little bit better, but again, that's a weekly. Now taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently trading at $104,000. $104,000. Me personally, just as long as we stay above this support line at about $100,000 here, we are good. And this is actually healthy to have this sideways action along this trend line as we flip to break above $108,000. Remember, we broke all-time high earlier this week at about 109. So for me personally, looking at market CIPHER, even if we drop down to $100,000, just as long as we close above it, I'm still bullish short term. Ethereum's not doing too terribly much. We are in a downtrend, as you can see. If we take the swing wick high to these other swing wick highs, 1216, 16, and 118. We're in a downtrend. Hopefully we break above and can continue to go up. But I've got some bullish news for Ethereum. I will be launching a second video for you guys later on today. Now, taking a look at Solana. Solana's doing just fine. It's doing its thing. There's no gripes or issues with Solana here. I would just, the area to accumulate for me is between 185 and 236, but I don't know if we'll drop that far low again. SUI. Struggling to break back above the trend line here, but at the same time, I think we will continue to make new highs, not necessarily right away, unless the market goes crazy. And as far as XRP goes, XRP actually looks the strongest over here. We're having some volatility with the wicks. Had a swing wick high to 325, now trading at 316, which is fine with me. I'm going to actually can draw a trend line now here to kind of see where I would watch. Support for me is 269. 269. So shout out to XRP. Shout out to the XRP army. Now let's go and talk a little bit about Ross's wallets. And this is just speculation. He says, I found 430 across dozens of wallets, 430 Bitcoin across dozens of wallets associated with Ross that were not confiscated by the government and have been untouched for 13 years. Back then, these were probably dust wallets. Now, collectively, they're worth about $47 million. And apparently, Ross got some airdrops as well. So they don't know if this is him or not, or what's going on. Apparently they are associated with him, but we don't know, the story is still developing. It's still developing. But you know what? The U.S. government confiscated, I think, $170 million worth of Bitcoin. We don't know what's going to happen with that since Ross was pardoned. There's a lot of hot takes. When I know, I'll update you. So we'll see what happens with that. But either way, this is great that he's home free and he's got this Bitcoin, and I hope he's got the keys for it. I'm sure he does. Now, this story over here, and again, you guys, we're moving a little bit quickly today because we got some stuff. Loomis meets with David Bailey. David Bailey is the founder of the of Bitcoin Magazine and Bitcoin Conference. So again, Cynthia Loomis is the one that is doing the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Bill. And this is why I said we don't need an executive order for that, because it's in the works. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this clip over here. When I first heard this clip, I was like, what the hell? Okay? But let's listen to it, because I didn't get to hear the entire thing. Like the beginning doesn't sound like Trump is talking about the Trump coin because of like the way it was just so low. But let's hear what he says. What do you guys think it says?
Benefited. I don't know where it is. I don't know much about it other than I launched it. I heard it was very successful. I haven't checked it. Where is it today?
You made a lot of money, sir.
How much?
Several $billion, it seems like, in the last several days.
Several billion? That's peanuts for these guys.
All right, so they were talking about the coin, but it was the way, I just wish they would include the entire clip, because I hate when they don't include the entire clip. But basically, right here, and again, anytime somebody says Trump launched or did whatever, it's not necessarily him. He's got a team of people behind him, okay? So with that being said, basically Trump says that's worth peanuts, and he's right. He's 100% right. 100% right. Why is he right? Well, the crypto industry is worth trillions of dollars, and we're going to hit $3 trillion market cap. So that's peanuts, especially for a businessman like him. And again, I am very, very, very excited. And he also said he wasn't aware of how much he had made from it, because that's not his prime focus right now. He is here to serve the American people. And so far, we are happy in the crypto industry. Now, this is unusual. This is from the Kobelsi letter. Let's see. They're talking about, does someone know about the coins and whatnot? Of course, people knew about the coins. I mean, Rand kind of made that explicitly clear, which was cuckoo. But basically, Trump says, I don't know very much about Trump coin. 3 minutes later, Trump fell over 33%. Now, wallet purchased 5.09 million at the exact bottom. This is one of the biggest single purchases since the coin launched. 14 minutes later, and this trader is now up 2.4 million on the purchase. Did someone know? Could have. But again, you guys, one thing I will say, I'm not condoning any type of bad behavior, but this happens all the time. This happens all the time with meme coins and with the big boys. So if you invest in this, you're going to have to take on the risks. You are going to have to take on the risks. Good morning, Julie. Yeah, Donald Grift. You know, this is the thing, you guys. You can get mad at whatever you want. I'm here to make as much money as ethically as possible. I'm here to be able to create a beautiful life for my daughter, for my community, and for you guys as well. I want you guys to thrive. So you know what? And we can sit here and gossip about Trump and gossip about the project and all kinds of stuff. But the amount of opportunities that will be created in crypto that you can create now, that you can participate in now, focus on that. Hear what I say, listen to yourself. Hear what other people say that have difference of opinions of you, and listen to yourself and make as much money as possible, because I believe in you and I know you can do it. All this little drama, just as long as retail's getting the respect we deserve, just as long as we're able to operate the same way accredited investors operate, let's go. I don't care. I really, really don't. That's just me, though. I operate a little bit differently. Now, Brian Armstrong and Solana. So apparently, and I clap back at Brian, basically they're having Solana backlogged. It's not a Solana issue, a court allegedly, which it could be a mix of both. But apparently, Brian said, it's clear we need to step up our Solana game, scale our infrastructure, and provide native support for common use cases like DEX meme coin trading. Yeah, we know. Our goal is to provide tier 1 support for Solana. And I just said, I respond and I said, bad customer service, and now this with Solana. This corporate mindset you adhere to isn't the way, Brian. Please hire a small business that flourished into a large one to help you improve your customer service. Okay? And this is what I said, because this is the thing. Look at In-N-Out. Look at Chick-fil-A. And again, small businesses that turns into large ones. Look at Costco. Well, I don't know if Costco is a good example, but customer service matters. And Coinbase has caused problems with a lot of people. The exchange that I would recommend you look into, I like Kraken and I like crypto.com. I got a ref link for crypto.com on my website, CryptoWendyO. But if you guys want to, those I would look into. and see. But you know what? Coinbase needs to step their game up, especially with Solana. They really, really, really do. And the fact that Coinbase essentially has a market cornered and they can't figure it out, that's problematic. It really is. So I don't know. And again, if I were you, I would use exchanges for on and off ramps, but at the same time, it's still kind of complex because they could lock your funds. So that's something you're going to have to figure out for yourself. And hopefully when we get all the crypto laws and regulations sorted, we'll be able to use banks to off ramp. And I think Coinbase will essentially take up that role, but it's really tricky. It's really, really hard with centralized exchanges because how do you off ramp? So make sure you talk to a CPA, get a good CPA, and start getting your stuff situated, because you could make all this money on chain, but if you can't cash it out, you can't cash it out. So there's that. Oh, we got a new channel member. Shout out to Live Younger with Jason. Welcome to the O Army. You guys give Jason a round of applause. Smash the like. Shout out to Jason. Thank you so much for joining the O Army. I appreciate you. Somebody said AI customer service, just putting it out there. No. We have customer service that's automated already, and it doesn't work. Okay? You need real people along with AI, and people need to be able to talk to other people to be able to help them with things, especially with mass adoption. AI is great, but it needs to be in combination with real people. Now, AI token, since we're talking about AI token prices soar following Trump's $500 billion bet on AI infrastructure. AI-related currencies like Virtual Protocol and AI16Z, they ended up moving upwards. Again, AI16Z is a project I've been in since $20 million market cap. Shout out to Raider. If you are not paying attention to what they're building, you need to. That's it. All crypto AI projects you need to pay attention to. Join their telegrams, learn what they're doing. You don't have to buy them. And now this is the story of the day from Davos. Let's go ahead and hear what Mr. Larry Fink has to say about Bitcoin.
If you're frightened of your debasement of your currency, or you're frightened of your economic or political stability of your country, you could have an internationally based instrument called Bitcoin that will overcome those local fears. And so I'm a big believer in the utilization of that as an instrument. And so if that becomes true, and you see that it could be a proper hedge against maybe hope security or equities. Yeah. The question is, could you see a 2 or 5% allocation? I was with a sovereign wealth fund during this week, and that was the conversation. Should we have a 2% allocation? Should we have a 5% allocation? If everybody died,
should we have a 2 or 5% allocation of Bitcoin? This is Larry Fink saying this. Okay, so if you don't own Bitcoin, you might want to reconsider. The country of Germany only holds like $650 worth of Bitcoin. Challenge yourself to own 1,000.
Did that conversation? But, it would be 500,000, 600,000, 700,000 per Bitcoin.
And then he's calling for, Bitcoin to pump. And this is all the same stuff that we've been talking about. Okay. Do not bet against BlackRock. Do not. They're acquiring more Bitcoin for their ETFs. MicroStrategy is. Bitcoin strategic reserve is coming. What do you think this is going to do? What do you think this is going to do to price with a finite asset? I shouldn't need to tell you that. You guys know. Now, Vitalik is very problematic. I don't want to spend too much time talking about him because it's just like, this is just stupid. Okay. He has this profile picture that has a pretty toxic community at times, but then he's talking about other people saying toxic stuff to him. And then he's saying that the person deciding new Ethereum Foundation leadership team is me. One of the goals of ongoing reform is to give the EF proper board, but until that happens, it's me. This is why Ethereum's not failing, but not doing well. And it's really, really frustrating. There's really smart people in this world, and I respect his intelligence, but at the end of the day, super smart tech people don't have the best communication skills, and they don't necessarily know how to run businesses as well as a marketing person or communications person or some, different things like that. So even though Vitalik built something really dope, he needs other people to help him. So we'll see. But I'm still holding on to my Ethereum, and maybe that will change. But again, because BlackRock is involved, because Trump is involved with Ethereum, I'm not concerned about price action. I'm just going to be holding on tight. Also, too, developer Eric Connor steps down, blames lost passion amid leadership issues from Ethereum. And then, of course, Mr. Justin Sun If Ethereum Foundation were under my leadership, Ethereum to 10,000. He said, halt Ethereum sales immediately and optimize revenue. That's because the Ethereum Foundation dumps coins. Heavily tax layer 2 solutions immediately. Taxes will be imposed on all layer 2 projects, ensuring Ethereum generates at least $5 billion annually. I like this, but then again, it would still bring up the cost. But hey, he's a businessman. Streamline the Ethereum Foundation operations, basically keeping employees that are building and getting things done. Turn it into a purely merit-based system that rewards performance and results. Adjust, increase fee burns, nodes, focus on layer 1 and Ethereum reaches $10,000. I agree. 100%. Also, too, this is something that's very bullish for me. Joseph Lubin over here says Ethereum ETF issuers expect staking to be greenlit soon. So once all the BS with the Ethereum Foundation gets sorted out, we'll see it start to take off, especially with the staking option for the ETFs. That's just my personal opinion. And again, I think it will be okay. But it's going to be really annoying. Really, really annoying until then. So I don't know. Vitalik needs to get it together. The foundation needs to get it together. And Vitalik just pissed that Solana did what he failed to do. And that's because the people at Solana, even though like their community is cool, but there's also very like gate kept a little bit. But at the same time, if they do what Solana did and kind of disperse duties to other people, it'll thrive. It'll do better. Now, Coinbase rejects Bit Global lawsuit and calls Justin Sun a risk. This is about Coinbase moves to dismiss Bit Global's lawsuit challenging delisting of Wrap BTC. Cited risks associated with Justin Sun as a key reason for Wrap Bitcoin's removal. I understand, so we'll see how this ends up playing out. But again, I mean, they got to have things that make sense for them, and their own Wrap Bitcoin is probably safer for them. Now, Circle's hashnote deal looks to ease movement between cash yield. They required a company responsible for creating the largest tokenized money market fund. Good for them. They tokenize hashnote, and they've entered into a strategic partnership with global trading firm DRW to drive USDC and USDY into crypto TradFi, basically for staking and passive income with yield. But again, got to be cautious with that. And then U.S. court overturns Tornado Cash sanctions and pivotal case for crypto. This is good. This is positive. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes when it comes to, when it comes to crypto and exchanges with Operation Chocolate 2.0. And that's why Coinbase has a lot of the problems that it has. That's why Gemini shut down both of my accounts, all kinds of stuff. So it is what it is. Anyways, you guys, I have to get going because we're going to go to the fun fair today. We're doing this big family thing. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I am going to be working on a second video regarding Ethereum as to why I think it will not fail with a little bit more information. And if I get any other breaking news, I will be uploading shorts for you guys because I'm going to be at the fun fair today. Okay. And I'll be uploading them to TikTok and Instagram and whatnot. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. I appreciate you all incredibly so. And I will see you guys at 10:30 a.m. PST tomorrow, sending you all love and light. Bye-bye.